So our first Avodah for the next few days is to reflect, to think about, and hopefully to experience breath. It's an amazing reality that when speaking about breath, it's the part of human experience that we need all the time. As the Meshech Chochmah writes in Parshas Nitzavim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu puts there the most needed thing, the most easily attainable. The most needed thing is the most easily attainable. That's avir, air. And we breathe hundreds of thousands of times a day. But do we ever realize that? It's interesting to note that the last Tehillim, the last pasuk of Tehillim, is thanking Hashem for our breath. Do we have any idea of the importance of breath, of breathing? Do we have any idea of what it can do for us as a tool? Rabbi Singham once mentioned that if we open up a school, one of the first things we should do to teach the kids is teach them to breathe. Breathing affects our whole neurology, physiology. It affects the chemicals in our body. Breathing affects our mood. Rabbi Singer would share that each midah has a breath that comes with it. And learning under certain tzaddikim, Reb Chaim Sinwani, who had a tradition from Reb Shlomo Zvila, how breathing can affect us on the deepest level when dealing with chas v'shalom trauma or just upgrading our normative everyday living. Breath is so important. The Sfarim HaKadoshim explained that breath joins together the heart and the head. That a person may think thoughts, yet they act differently. Breath allows us to recenter and focus ourselves and hopefully create a relationship between that which is going on in our head and that which is going on within our emotions. And I've seen the wisdom of breath, how it's affected so many people. It deepens our presence. It can even deepen and expand and profoundly change our insight. There's a Torah found in Bereshis. The base of Bereshis has a dot in the middle. And the Sfarim HaKadoshim explain that the bet is the human doing and the dot in the middle is the human being. What's the difference between human doing and human being? We run around and we're constantly doing, and we don't necessarily have time to stop and reflect and just be aware of where we are in the present moment. Sometimes a person could be super successful yet empty inside. The human being should be a being that bees. We should learn to be present, developing our awareness. We should have the ability to open ourselves up to the power of the now, the experience of the now, giving us a understanding of where we have come from and where we're going. Being present gives us the ability to know, am I on the right track? And one of the most magnificent tools that we have within our toolbox, one of the most unbelievable tools we have as part of our heritage is breath. It's breath. So for the next couple of days, what I'd like you to do is experiment and experience with breath. Let's share a couple of exercises. One exercise is just to find a quiet place, even for a few moments, and gently place your attention on your breath, following your breath in and following your breath out, experiencing the inhale and experiencing the exhale, experiencing the contraction and experiencing the expansion as you breathe in and out. Noticing what it feels like to breathe gently in and out. Do you notice physiological changes on your body? Are there parts of your body that you feel expanding and contraction? Can you feel the air coming in through your nose? Is there a temperature to that? Is there moisture? Is it dry? As you gently breathe in, as you gently breathe out, just notice those changes. And if your mind wanders, wandering somewhere, when you've remembered your mind has wandered, gently come back to breath. Remember to enjoy the experience, be with the experience. The reality is, my wonderful friends, that you can take your whole being to the spa hundreds of thousands of times a day. You can send to yourself, place your attention on the breath. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, if you ever feel a little bit of kilter, have the tool, remember the tool to the best of your ability, and come back and use the breath. What you can further do is write down your experiences, share them with us. And for the next few days, allow breath to guide you. Mamash Chevra, may we live with bracha, mazel, and hatzlacha, kol tov, kol yeshuas.